Hey everybody, it's Imani Lenz, creative artist using video, photo, and music to amplify stories of real people, real culture, real lived experiences. I'm going to share with you another project that I'm currently working on. The name of that project is called Black Stock Footage. Black Stock Footage, in the essence of what it is a marketplace, a platform where you can find and download stock videos. If you don't know what stock videos are, they're pre-made videos that someone else made, not using AI, that you can download for your creative projects. Black Stock Footage is a digital library that is centered around cultural preservation of Black stories. And when I say Black, I'm talking about the entire diaspora from Africa outward all the way to Europe, Asia, Eastern, Western, South America, Canada, the entire globe. Black Stock Footage is about cultural preservation. And what does that mean? Cultural preservation means being able to see the nuances of a certain community that otherwise you would not know exist. Cultural preservation is about being able to say that person who experienced something, someone else can see it now and in the future for generations to come. Cultural preservation is about being able to say that person matters, that community matters, that life matters, and someone can learn from that little 10, 15-second video. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So what is a video worth? Black Stock Footage is about cultural preservation from a lens and a narrative that is new and fresh. For too long, our narrative has been controlled, has been manipulated, has been erased, has been told by someone else. Even within our own Black culture, there's people telling our story or parts of our story that then get hyper inflated to make it seem to be a reflection of the entire Black community. And that is not so. Not to say it's done on purpose. In many cases, it's not. But in the cases that matter, when it comes to money especially, yes, there's certain aspects of Black culture that are being perpetuated. I'm not here to say if they're good or bad, but what I am here to say is that Black culture is not monolithic. Black culture is not just specified to one specific lane. Black culture touches every single part of the world. And it is my job, my responsibility, my state of remembering that each and every one of those cultures needs their story preserved, needs their culture preserved. And it is my job, I downloaded this vision to not just have the largest stock video library of Black representation, but to have the largest library of cultural preservation. Let me say that again. To have the largest library of cultural preservation that is accessible by everyone. I want to know what's happening in Europe in the Black culture scene. I have a vision that creators who live in Europe will see this vision and say, hey, I want to contribute to this growing library of cultural preservation in a way that they can build a portfolio, monetize that portfolio, and be a part of a movement that's bigger than all of us just as individuals. Black stock footage is about preserving stories for the current and next generation. The next generation is going to say, hey, where are these stories? There's going to be so much information for the next generation to access. They're not going to go ask their grandma where. They're going to go to AI. They're going to go to ChatGPT. They're going to go to Grok. They're going to go to all these AI platforms. They're going to speak on their phone and say, where is this story? Where can I find videos of this culture? Where can I find videos of this community? Show me where to find it. I'm working on a creative project and I need to show this type of phenotype, this skin tone from the Black community. Help me find it. Black stock footage is not for 2026. Black stock footage is for 2036, 2040, when we're demanding that these stories, it's not going to be a, where is it at? It's going to be, you don't have this. You all had cameras. You all had all this technology and you were so busy operating in silos one-on-one and you all couldn't come together to think of an idea like black stock footage. You have all the millionaires out there. You have all the billionaires in the Black community, from the middle class Black to the working class Black to the super wealthy Black people. You all didn't come together and think of something like black stock footage. I had to ask myself that question years ago, but I said it's not a priority. So I had to make it a priority for me because I want my children, I want my legacy, I want my future generations to be able to look back and say, Dad helped build a legacy for us. He helped build a legacy for us. This is not about winning an award. An award is not my legacy. I want to have millions of stock videos from every single Black culture, every single Black community across the globe. That is my mission. And I'm going to do as much as I can as a solo person to share and cultivate and create those stories. So I'm really, really passionate about this because I had to peel back so many layers of me. I had to peel back the layers of me that doubted myself, that said, what are they going to think of me when I use the term Black? When I use the term Black, what are they going to think of me? What are white people going to think? Are they going to think that I'm too forward? Are they going to think that I'm against other people? I had to peel back the layers of me to get to the truest essence as possible, at least in this day and time of recording, where I can talk on camera about black stock footage and not just talk, but I can speak from my heart. I can speak from my mind. I can speak from my lived experience. I can speak from my spirit. And now I'm living my creative potential. I'm living my essence. I'm living in a state of remembrance because I remember from previous lifetimes. I remember I'm on a mission, and that mission is cultural preservation. That mission is uplifting and amplifying Black stories that have yet to be told. My mission, I'm on a mission to inspire the next generation of creatives. I cannot do that being silent. I cannot do that just being behind the camera and let me just do it and one day somebody's going to figure it out. There's somebody out there who needs to hear this message. This is not the $1 billion unicorn that is going to exit within the next 5 years. We're going to exit in the next 5 years when we reach $1 billion. That is not what this is about. Black stock footage is about cultural preservation in the most organic form, in the most organic way that's possible. Black stock footage does not work without the community. It works if I keep filming. It works. It will work. It is working. But black stock footage evolving into a community-powered platform only works with the people, whether black, white, Spanish, hick, this, that, green, yellow. Black stock footage works when you get involved. Black stock footage works when the creators who have the time, the creators who are going through that state of remembrance, say, hey, I want to contribute. I want to grow. I want to be able to expand. I want to add to a narrative that is positive. I want to add to something that is solution oriented. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the problems. We got enough creators, enough politicians, enough people talking about the problems. As an innovator and as a creative artist, it is my duty to create a mode of expression for those artists who hear the calling, who want to ring the bell, who want to step up and do something. Or for those people with a lot of money who want to look down and go, hey, brother, let me pull you up. Let me introduce you. No, we're going to go past the introduction. We're going to get to work because I see what you do, who you are, and what you're aiming to accomplish. This black stock footage is a lifelong mission. It is not a get rich quick. Black stock footage is an artistic expression from the soul. It is not a get rich quick. Black stock footage is not an exit, a $2 billion exit. In the traditional sense, black stock footage is an accumulation of culture. That culture is going to help us funnel and be able to distribute it out to the people who are willing to pay. If it gets to $2 billion, there ain't nothing wrong with that too. But I want this to be guided and controlled. Two sides of the coin. Guided, right? And controlled in a way that is respectful to the culture, to the people, to the faces that you see when you go to our library. Black stock footage wants to be respectful of that. So this is a creative journey that is not rooted in monetary gain. On the other hand, we use creativity. We monetize our creativity in order to be able to transact in a capitalistic world. The creators on the other side have to eat. They have to, right, pay bills. We want to be able to respect their value by exchanging, hey, okay, that token of appreciation when they get paid, when you download their content, is you saying, I value your work. I appreciate what you are contributing to the world. I'm doing that in my creative expression, in my way, and I'm challenging you. How are you doing that in your creative way? Black stock footage has the capability to be a household name when it comes to cultural preservation. Not now, but in years to come. But it's going to take community. It's going to take the culture. It's going to take financial dollars to be able to build something that is sustainable, not just venture backed where we're going to try to scale as fast as possible. There's nothing wrong with being venture backed or venture capital in that manner. But right now, we're all about organic. How can we grow together? Who are the creators that have the time and have the energy and have the cause, who are wanting to ring the bell and jump on this movement of cultural preservation? I'm ready. I've answered a call. I've spent over 5 years building the platform to what it is right now, to where we have a functioning platform. which will grow, but it's not going to grow without you. It's not going to grow without you sharing. It's not going to grow without you taking some time out to connect. It's not going to grow without me peeling back the layers of who I am to step into a leadership role. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a continuous effort from all of us, from all the creators, from all the change makers, from all the people who say, young brother, I see you, or young sir, I see you. It's going to take Black people first. It's going to take white people. It's going to take Asian people. It's going to take European. It's going to take Latin people. It's going to take all types of people to say, Black culture exists in my community. Black culture has been a part of the fabric of XYZ community. How can we highlight and preserve the contributions of Black culture in our community, in your community? You can do that. And now we have a solution-oriented company versus us just focusing on the problem. We can talk about the problem, we can strategize about the problem, but eventually, we have to create a solution. And Black stock footage can be a big part of the digital cultural preservation. Just like museums are preserving the culture where you can go in and see physical items or see the history preserved in one central location. Consider us a digital museum for cultural preservation. And I keep saying that word because I really want to hit it home. Black stock footage from a transaction side. Yes. Do I need the stock video? Do I need that pre-made video? No, I'll just go use AI to develop it. Yeah, you can do that. You can use AI. And we're going to touch on that right now. You can use AI. But guess what? What happens when that person who says, hey, I don't want to use AI. Can you find me something that is a real person? Now, imagine him saying, can you find me a video of a Black person doing this? And I don't want it to be AI. This project requires a real person. Then where do you go? You go to the other stock video platforms. They're going to have Black people. They have everything. They have a little bit of everything. That's their job. They're working at volume, working at scale to get a little bit of everything. Black stock footage is centralizing the cultural preservation efforts to make it easier to find stock videos of Black people. When I say Black, I'm talking about Black people from all over the world, not just African Americans. I want the Caribbean. We got Latin. We got Canada, North America. We got Africa, an entire continent. We got all the European countries, all the European places. Russia, Germany, Japan, Indonesia, China. We have all these places where Black people live, eat, sleep, work, fart, pee, everything in between. And they're contributing to the culture of that area. We want to see those experiences of Black people living in Japan. We want to see and document those experiences. So I guarantee you there's somebody right now who needs footage of real Black people living in Japan, living in China, and they're saying, we don't know where to get it. We don't know where to go. Black stock footage at its core, at its essence, is about cultural preservation. And the more that we can lean into the idea of cultural preservation, the more we can break down the barriers that have been superimposed on us from our governments, from childhood, from our parents, from society, from entertainment, from the news, and on and on and on and on and on. We can break down those barriers because guess what? Every culture needs their own stock footage platform. That is the solution. Every culture needs their own stock footage platform because no one platform can house all the cultures and be culturally accurate or culturally nuanced. None of them can do it. And so we need that diversification in the digital content creation industry. We need it. It's no longer, well, this could be good for, yeah, you're doing good, great, young. No, we need it. We need it, hands down. So if this resonates with you, share it with somebody. If this message of cultural preservation resonates with you as a creator, again, I spent 5 years, really my entire life, but the last 5 years peeling back the layers of me as a creator, as a creative artist, to be able to stand here, no pun intended, sit here and share this vision with you. This vision of cultural preservation that becomes a beacon, that becomes a source of light and a source of hope for others, that our cultures, our narratives will live on. Black stock footage, from culture to content.